propaganda is an important force in our society today.
UFO. 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 UFO.
90% of the news outlets in the United States are controlled by 6 corporations. They're not out to tell you the truth.
Everybody uses propaganda.
An origin of fiction, a caricature for character, an imbalance of the tides, a planet's untimely shift. Dependency traps the revolutionary that fears evolution. Tomorrow will not be found in a backwards movement. Children are dying for the magic in our phones, for the glossy shine and skin tone, for convenience. We are Earth's execution. We are fires of the woods. We flood cities, islands, bring down towers, destroy villages. We are what we fight against. Our own angst, our own hate, our own fate, our own worst enemy. Who in their right mind would ever dare call any of us heroes? We build walls before homes. We start wars with no end. We ignore reality for pretend. We are but morbid philanthropists, like hunters hang deer heads. Critics hang artists like decoration, like women seen as objects. Death, contemporary, temporary. We can be forever, but the audience carries short attention spans. We became fiction, television became truth. Half the future became past tense, the pretense of a new generation. One that doesn't believe in leaving lullabies for the sleepless. Caffeine dreams, quick moment of bliss. Silent we scream. Slavery was never supposed to be free. The insanity of the homeless, not much different than those drowning out their own voices with TV voices, convincing themselves we found normalcy, an impossibility in an abnormal society. The blinded rabbit to vanity, the forgotten children whose fingers bleed from stitching sleeves, the enslaved families of the brick-making industry. We only agree if slavery is overseas, but even domestically, many see me as servant, a servant, a servant, serving serpents that lost their spirits in news channels. Flipping channels, one channels. We follow mythical messiahs. We swallow red and blue pills. We argue with each other. We support the oppressor. We cry for the killer. Disarm the hero. Equip the madman. Sacrifice the disenfranchised. Congress claims they fight for us, but never set foot in the battlefield. Those masks hide their lies, while ours disguised emotion. Crucified love. Please, won't you help make a difference? How to make a difference without change, without chance? Dance in the fire and call upon your devils. Wings clipped, short flight, trapped in terminals, in limbo. So faithless, mind thoughtless. How to count all those losses on only 2 hands. Add 2 more to the killing field.
Cities are prime targets for atomic attack. The atom bomb, the atom bomb, the atom bomb.
TV ghost stories run deadly. They fear Russian boogeymen, Islamic terrorists, bald white men seen as domestic terrorists, black activists, although pacifists, deemed extreme radicalists by catalysts sparking its fuse for genocide. Heads turned from true concerns, bullseyes placed on everyone. An editor of truth, a loaded gun. Splice footage, certain moments selected, good guys painted as problematic. The problems are systematic, a tainted culture, temptations fire, a society diseased and over-policed, an evil that occurs only when welcome, the strange convenience of tragedies, a politician's unkept promise, a prophet's last words silenced, a hope hung from a rope. Swing low, sweet victim of yesterday. Calgon, take me away. Too many serpents toxify my past. Too many witches voodooed my soul. Delilah's betrayal, Lilith's temptation, prisons, infernos, gardens. Eve separates night and day. A combination of 2 different worlds. Too many stories to believe only one. Evolution and code, return of the UFO. Gods and angels and demons and aliens and beasts deep within, Leviathan and monkey men, serpents and shaman. Imagination created today's concept of reality. Today we are plagued with diversions. A clear mind is consumed by invisible fears. What are they not telling us? Return of the mothership. Have they come to save us from us? Today's people are only numbers. The false narration of other nations painting saints as Satan. Dare not question all forced sacrifice for a stranger's salvation. Never enough for the gluttonous already consuming a poor man's crops. Independence Day, our saddest loss. Dependency, our legacy. Rituals of war, tales of fiction we call history. We are not what we claim to be, but exactly what we call others. The grandfathers of land seizures, wars, and torture. We sit back and watch murder. We laugh at the misfortune of others. Cries for help, we respond helpless. We contribute bloodshed. Our guilt is hereditary. Our fear is consumed. The perfect servant. We call ourselves free, only to crawl on bruised knees to fetch masses' slippers. We are ruled by shadows. We are fooled by television shows. We are sedated. We are heated. We are exactly what they want us to be on any given moment. We are under control. We are victims of hoax. We are protected by cowards who have neglected to keep us protected and have abandoned their posts. We must begin to fend for ourselves, to pretend we know how, with hopes to strengthen the next generation, to somehow convince them that they will know how. We are lost but easily found when trying to escape. Freedoms, liberty, independence. Freedom, 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 liberty, independence. Foot soldiers of the apocalypse. Google the word enslavement and see a picture of Uncle Sam laughing.
Laws, restrictions, ordinance. Laws, restrictions.
But what is happening is precisely what he said would happen if he became president.
Restrictions, ordinance. Laws, restrictions, ordinance. Laws, restrictions.
Masters call them servants. Americans call them citizens.
UFO. UFO.
Everybody uses propaganda.
UFO. UFO.
Everybody uses
UFO.
propaganda.
UFO.
Everybody uses
UFO.
propaganda.
UFO.
Everybody uses propaganda.
I don't want to hear any more of these lies about reckless spending. We're changing people's lives.
Would you be willing to sacrifice some of that growth, even knowing potentially that it could displace thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of blue-collar workers in the interest of transitioning to that greener economy?
The answer is yes.